Gale from Gale Force Winds, and I am so happy to be here at day one, the actual setup day of Central Minex 2024 in the beautiful town of Gander, Newfoundland. I want to tell you, there is a lot of excitement in the room as companies are starting to set up. People are flowing into the arena and getting ready for this incredible show. With me is my first guest, Mr. Scott Healey with BluMetric. Scott, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about BluMetric?
Well, thanks very much, Al, and it is a real pleasure to be here in Gander for this particular conference and trade show. So I'm Scott Healey, and I'm the Business Development Officer for BluMetric, which is a full-scale environmental consulting and engineering firm with a line of business that also deals with clean tech. So we build, custom build, design, and engineer water systems and wastewater system management for the Canadian Armed Forces, for example, but also have a very significant footprint in the mining industry. So my job, and the pleasure of being here is to get to know the people here in central Newfoundland and what projects are potentially moving forward in the mining industry that our company could support in the future.
Scott, now BluMetric already in Newfoundland, or is that a goal of yours to kind of move into this region?
Well, we have one person working here right now in St. John's. Our goal is to expand here into Newfoundland. We're doing a lot more work in Atlantic Canada, in particular in Nova Scotia with the Canadian Armed Forces and the Royal Canadian Navy. But our gear is very, very dual purpose. And so whether it can work in the Army sense on operations and exercises, it's the same equipment that can be employed by mining companies and camp companies. So that's where we see a lot of synergies with our company here in Newfoundland, and we're really very anxious to expand that footprint in the future.
I tell you, dual use tech like that is fantastic for sure. Tell me this now, Scott. BluMetric, kind of a turnkey engineering company. Is it sort of any sort of challenge you'll take on, so bespoke solutions for clients?
Absolutely. And so I like to say we can go from A to Z in your environmental requirements. So if you need remediation, you need a study, you need to get the permitting, we can do all that for you. And we do that already for mining companies across the country. And then as you start to wrap up your operations and you get into the actual building of a camp and start, really doing the hard work of digging up the ore in the mine, we can provide all the equipment to support those workers in a camp. So you want a water system, we can build it to your size and requirements into any water conditions. You need a wastewater management treatment plant, we can do also the same there. So all of that we can provide the industry.
Well, I got to tell you, that's like a drink of fresh water, Scott, that conversation. It's fantastic to have you on as our first guest as we ramp up for Central Minex, and I wish you much luck in the show. Hopefully we'll get you back on over the next couple of days to give us your impressions of how the show is going. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Al, for the opportunity.